Hey guys, what's up? It's good to be back, and I'm going to be talking about Michael Jackson tonight, the King of Pop, about his last comeback concert in England at the O2 Arena. And what I want to say is, and what I feel, that the tour, they say that never happened. How did it not happen if Michael Jackson was in London that day to see his fans, to show his fans that he will be doing a tour for his fans, which would have been in July. So let's go right back till March 5th, 2009, the day Michael Jackson, the King, was back. And then 3 months later, he died, or passed away, or a death hoax, who knows. But the way I look at it, guys, Michael Jackson is the greatest number one music icon figure of the 20th century of all time. He was a genius. He knew his music, his lyrics, his notes, his rehearsals, everything was spot on. And the ridiculous leaving documentary is that I haven't heard from or see or anything now, and I hope it stays that way because it should be banned. And if the documentary is still being aired, people watching it, it's just ridiculous. It should never have been aired in the first place, and I've said that a long time ago. You know, it's just unbelievable. So let's go back to March 5th, 2009. March 5th, 2009 was they say that it was March 5th was just a miracle. It was just that day that shouldn't have happened, but it did. You know, Michael Jackson had to make this comeback for the tour. For he had to make this announcement, for July, for the tour, for the last tour in England. This is it. So we see in the DVD after this, after March 5th, 2009, Michael Jackson was performing for July, but we just only got to see all of the rehearsals and all the footage, the last rare pictures and videos of him in the movie. Michael Jackson, simply had passed on June 25th, 2009. So going back before, he had up until March. So after the announcement in March, so he had April, May, and June. So he only had 3 months. He only had 3 months of performing for 50 shows. How could he do 50 shows in 3 months? Maybe you can. I don't know, but I mean, Michael Jackson was doing a lot of shows and music. I mean, a lot of people don't understand that Michael Jackson only agreed to 10 shows, but it's really silly. People saying that the tour never happened, what Michael Jackson had promised. Well, actually, Michael Jackson, didn't want to die. Michael Jackson didn't know he was going to die. He was murdered, but it was to manslaughter. The doctor killed him, and the new documentary I hear about, where that was Michael Jackson murdered. What did the doctor really do? Was it an overdose? What really happened? There's a hell of a lot more there than what we know. You know. So Michael Jackson, like I've said, in March 5th, 2009, he was back because he's been out of the spotlight over a decade back then. So he was back for the last time, the final curtain call. You know, the final curtain call was you know, just basically saying, this is it. You know what I mean? And then we see him in July, and in England that would be his last tour. So you see, it's very awkward because the final curtain call is was the Michael Jackson was in London those 3 days. He was in London March 3rd and the 5th until the 8th. So he was there. You know what I mean? He was there, and his fans got to see him. The lucky fans who got to see him on that press conference. You know, but the fans who bought the tickets for the tour. You know what I mean? I know it's a letdown, but you know, but we got the movie. We got the This Is It, and we seen the This Is It movie, and it was incredible. You know, yes, the tour, we didn't see it in front of our eyes, but at least we seen the movie and we seen that Michael Jackson still had it at the age of 50, you know. And anyway, I know Michael Jackson was having health problems, or I don't know if that's true or not, but I always thought Michael Jackson looked amazing here on that day of March 5th, 2009. When I look at the photos of Michael Jackson in London in 2009, he looked okay. So the next 3 months later, on June 2009, June 23rd and June 24th was his two last night at Staples Centre, and the very last night after June 23rd, June 24th that night. I mean, when he was leaving Staples Centre, he said goodbye to the bands, to the singers and all that there, and then the next day on June 25th, 2009, we just get the most shocking news that anybody could have that Michael Jackson was dead. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. It's really, you know what I mean? It's like trying to put this video straight and forward. Michael Jackson was back, right? And we were all happy to see him back on stage back in March 5th, 2009, you know? And then later on in June, he was performing and rehearsing. And then when he died, it was shocking. And then we had the funeral in July 2009. And then later on, the movie came out. They released the movie for the fans because because the tour was a letdown and Michael Jackson couldn't have made it because he had died in the hands of his doctor. That's why there was no world tour, because of his foolish doctor wasn't looking after him, didn't have the right equipment, doing CPR with one hand, which is absolutely unbelievable. Didn't stun CPR on a bed that's meant to be done on a hard surface. Michael Jackson could have been saved if he just had it done his job right. There's more to this than what's really happened that day. You know? It's just ridiculous. But anyway, Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris, I think she's living on a new music or record or something like that in Michael Jackson's memory, his legacy, his music. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, guys, we've seen Michael Jackson on March 5th, 2009. It was good. It was good to see him back. And then, you know, later on 3 months, he passed. And then the funeral. And then we got the This Is It movie. And we seen the This Is It movie. And that was the end of Michael Jackson. But we all still live on his legacy and his music. But what I wanted to say was at the very start of this video, this was the comeback. This was the final curtain call. This is it. To me, this was the tour. Michael Jackson being back, his fans seeing him. The speech seeing Michael Jackson was just enough than what the tour would have been. This was just as good than what the tour would have been. And then we seen the movie anyway, because Michael Jackson said in this in the press conference that he had new songs and he'd be performing. Well, that's what we got to see in the DVD anyway, and it was incredible, absolutely incredible. And I haven't seen this new documentary yet about Michael Jackson, about who killed Michael Jackson. Was he murdered? What did the doctor really do? There's more to it. There's something more to this, and I've seen bits of it, but I don't know. There's nothing really going on more. I mean, this is the video of me, what I think and what what I'm talking about. This is what I'm thinking about is that the comeback on March 5th, 2009. Yes, it was amazing, and then later on June 25th, shocking news that he had passed. And then the funeral, and then we got This Is It movie. But like I said here, this was the final curtain call. This is it. To me, this was the tour. This was the end, and then we seen the movie anyway. So it's just as good than what the world tour would have been. I mean, Michael Jackson has been all around the world, He doesn't have to prove something once again just so he can pull it off and show his fans that he still had it. He was already a fucking genius and best entertainer anyway. That's what I don't get. But anyway, guys, it's just good to be back doing this video. I haven't done a Michael Jackson video since July 7th, which was, I think it was a couple of weeks back there, because that was the time when Michael Jackson was buried. Well, supposedly had died. That, his funeral. I mean, I'm just saying otherwise he had passed, or he has moved on, or he's dead. You know what I mean? I'm in two minds, like that he is dead, and in the other mind that he is alive. Because there is a lot of conspiracies, there is a lot of proof and clues and all that there. You know, so it's really interesting. But Michael Jackson always comes back. He always comes back. He always comes back with style and confidence. You know what I mean? His songs, everything. And Thriller, just still the biggest album of all time. It's just unbelievable. Michael Jackson was just, he was just, his songs were, all the songs he had done were amazing, but Thriller was the best. And then after This Is It, about a few years later, 4 years, 2014, we got the new album Escape, and that was incredible, and that gave us all a lot of clues. Michael Jackson, the Escape, that's what you call the song. You know what I mean? It just gives you a bit of a clue there that Michael Jackson could have escaped to get out of, so he can have a peaceful life. So yeah, all I want to say that this was the world tour for me, seeing Michael Jackson on the day on March 5th, 2009. This was just more enough for me than what the tour would have been. I'm happy. I was just happy just to see Michael Jackson anyway, and then we seen the This Is It movie, you know, and the Leaving documentary is full of shit, and I hope people are not watching it. I hope people are not believing this crap. I hope people are still believing Michael Jackson, because the facts don't lie. People do. And the new documentary as well, I hope we get to see the real truth of what happened to Michael Jackson. What did the doctor really do? What really happened? They'll catch him out. Something will come out. Not now, but it will soon. Could be right now after I do this video, later on, tomorrow, next day, or whenever. But something will come back and, get revenge, of what happened, because this guy, Michael Jackson, shouldn't have had died. Even if he did fake his death, how could he die anyway? If there was a doctor there, how could this happen? How could I just don't get it. And then propofol as well, propofol was given to Michael Jackson. The doctor really messed up. He fucked up, because there is two different stories there. He's saying he left the room for 2 minutes and he came back and Michael wasn't breathing. And then you hear another story where Dr. Murray was on the phone, for over a couple of hours, or talking to his girlfriends or something like that. What the fuck was that about? That's really disturbing, and you would want to know what's going on there and see, and that would just be amazing to know what was going on there. The only one who'll ever know what happened on that day was Conrad Murray and Michael Jackson. If Michael Jackson was on heavy drugs, I don't think Michael Jackson knew he was on drugs. I think Murray was just pumping the propofol in him, just like he had it in the saline bag. Maybe the propofol was going in slowly, slowly, and Michael Jackson never knew it. I think it's just been building up since, after that This Is It press conference announcement back in March 5th, 2009, when Michael Jackson made the comeback. And then, since then, after that, I think Dr. Murray has been giving Michael Jackson propofol. I think I'm right. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but he could have been giving Michael Jackson propofol in that saline bag up until he died. Where Michael Jackson's heart just had to say, of I can't do it. Michael Jackson's heart just couldn't do it no more. Give up on him. Heart attack. It's just unbelievable. I know propofol only has to be used in a hospital, but why would the doctor give him it if he's a doctor and he should know not to give him it, especially if it's only meant to be used in a hospital setting? He didn't have the right equipment. You know, he done CPR on a fucking bed with one hand. How does that make sense? Cocktails of drugs all over the place. You know, it's just unbelievable, and it's just absolutely horrific. It's absurd. It's just dangerous. I mean, for a doctor, how could you be stupid enough to give someone that much tablets of medication throughout the night? You know, how how could Michael Jackson survive? How could Michael Jackson go on through those rehearsals with propofol and other cocktails of drugs like Demerol or whatever that drug is, uh, this or that. I don't fucking know, but that doctor should have knew that giving Michael Jackson all that medicine and all that there, he should have knew it would have killed him. Like, I know it was manslaughter, but to me, it's everybody knows it's murder. It should have been done. It should have been charged with murder, but he got manslaughter because there's something going on there between Michael Jackson and Conrad Murray. I don't know what it is. To me, it's like a revenge thing. You know, I don't really know, but I would love to know what really fucking happened, because there's no way, Michael Jackson would just go out like that and leave his family behind. His kids, his family, his mother and his father and his brothers. There's no way Michael Jackson would have done that. I know. I know. I just know Michael Jackson wouldn't have killed himself as well. There's no way. It's just no way. Michael Jackson loved his kids, and he loved his family, and he loved his mother. It's just too ridiculous. The whole thing is absurd, and I don't see Michael Jackson wouldn't have killed himself. I don't see Michael Jackson wanting to take propofol. I know Michael Jackson. The doctor said that Michael Jackson was asking for it, but you don't know that. How will we know that if Michael Jackson said that or not? Because Conrad Murray said it? What if he's just saying that? And as well, he did not tell the paramedics when the paramedics arrived. Michael Jackson was long gone when the ambulance got there. He did not tell the paramedics that Michael Jackson was on propofol. He only gave one drug. He only said one drug that Michael Jackson was on, and that's not right. And then when they got Michael Jackson in the hospital, Dr. Murray says that Michael Jackson was still alive. I mean, what? It's just unbelievable. And as well, at the hospital, the other doctors and nurses said, who were working on Michael Jackson to try and bring the pop star back to life, they were trying to say, what was he on? What has he taken? And not once did he mention propofol. Just, you know what I mean? There's like, it's like a book, and it is a fucking book, because we see Conrad Murray has done a book called "This Is It: Him and Michael Jackson." It's just unbelievable. It's just, it's like I just can't find the words for it. I don't think I'll ever find the words for it. I really want to know what happened to Michael Jackson. What happened behind closed doors that night. You know, and into that next day, where Michael Jackson had given propofol, Murray had given it to him. The doctor shouldn't have knew not to give it to him. There's other ways of keeping someone, peaceful or level. Sometimes I can't sleep. I would have to take like a diazepam tablet. That's a diazepam tablet. Some people might know that it just helps you calm down. It helps you, to relax. But there's, I mean, the doctor didn't have he didn't have the right equipment. He didn't really have anything. It's just absurd. I mean, put it this way, right? He wanted to go to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom for 2 minutes. Why didn't he go to the bathroom and then come back and then give him the propofol? And that is a good answer. Instead of giving him propofol there and then going to the bathroom and then coming back, Michael Jackson not breathing, why not go to the bathroom first and then come back and give him the propofol? And then maybe Michael Jackson wouldn't have died if they would have looked at it that way. But other ways, he shouldn't have given propofol whatsoever there or what. It's just fuck. Oh, You know what I mean? I could go on forever, you know? But that's all I had to say in this video, guys. And I will see you guys again soon with new videos, because I'm talking about other new videos I'm going to be doing. Don't know when, but you guys will see, you know, because I'm really running out of what to do now, you know, because I've done everything on my YouTube channel, you know. But anyway, guys, keep living on the legacy, the music, and the memories of the King of Pop, legendary Michael Jackson. Okay, guys? And I will see you guys all later. Take care. Peace out. And always remember, Michael Jackson is innocent. The facts don't lie, people do. If Michael Jackson is gone, let him rest. If he is alive, then that's okay. You know, everybody can believe what they want to believe. Goodbye, guys. Peace out. Take care.